did a video earlier talking about defamation and some of the defamation cases that are being brought against right-wing media organizations, right-wing um, politicians or personalities or politicians. And I came up with $3.7 billion roughly that is going out in these cases. And apparently that number is at least getting to certain organizations. I just saw a clip on TikTok a little bit ago from Fox News where they corrected course after they reshared something from the RNC, which appeared to show Joe Biden wandering off and didn't show the full context of what was going on. Um, and the full context was where Joe Biden, quote unquote, wandered off to the wrong direction was he stepped off to the side to talk to and say something to troops, to veterans. And in the proper context, it doesn't look like he's lost or senile or anything. It is him doing what he should be doing in that situation and talking to the troops. You know, it shows him as a kind person. And Fox issued a retraction on their um, show on air that they admitted that they followed this bad um, information and they aired it and they kind of retracted it. And I think they're doing it because these defamation cases have them scared. Talking about Alex Jones having to sell off everything he owns to pay $1.5 billion in defamation losses because he told the victims' families from Sandy Hook, he kept saying they were paid actors and it didn't really happen and all of that. You have Rudy Giuliani with Shay Moss and Ruby Freeman, owing $148 million. You've got Donald Trump with E. Jean Carroll and $91 million, and Fox News itself with over $700 million out in defamation law in a settlement in defamation to Dominion Voting Systems, and a $1.2 billion case with Smartmatic coming up. I think you are going to see more of this. They're going to run the bullshit. They're going to run the defaming thing. And then a day or so later, they are going to print or do a small piece of some kind of a retraction trying to cover their tracks. And say, well, we didn't know at the time we ran it that it was phony, but we corrected it, so we're fine. I think you're going to see more of that out of Fox. And I think after Donald Trump is out of the picture, they're going to go back to being maybe more right wing, but not so inflammatory and not doing so much defamation. Just because they can't afford to keep going. I mean, they're worth a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but $700 million plus $1.2 billion. I mean, that is a lot of money. And they're going to do whatever they can to make sure they're not going to continue to pay out that kind of money going forward.